What up YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. I don't want to intro this video and be like, it's December something, whatever. I don't even know what the date is actually. I just know I'm not working. It's Tuesday, February 17th. That's critical just because, as much as weird it sounds, I don't really like introing my videos like that. But about a month ago, I was starting this book, which is the Holy Bible, with my sister, and I stopped reading it after maybe a few chapters. So um, I kind of just want to keep you guys a little posted and updated. I know I know 9 months ago I was working in Mammoth, which is out of town. I was working 4 hours away from home. I was doing my construction stuff that I normally do. If you guys aren't familiar who I am, here's a little recap. My name's Kyle. I've been posting on YouTube on this channel for the last 9 years on and off. I do Instagram pretty much, full time with my construction job, and I do TikTok, and then I just do the YouTube shorts and stuff like that. So I am a 23-year-old construction laborer in California. I stopped, no, pretty much I found the gym and I started working out almost 3 years ago already. And this is pretty much what I do. I've made, series on bulks, road to 200 pounds. I've made just what it's like to be a construction worker in the early generations. But lately in the last couple months, I've been really tapping into what I want to do. And I've posted for the longest time, but never really had an idea what I was doing exactly. So just in the last month and a half, 2 months, I've really just kind of buttoned down, and going into 2026, which is this year, kind of gave me a little bit more clarity and what I did last year, and kind of recapped on myself and what can I do better. So I am currently on a bulk right now, a lean bulk. I've gained roughly about 15 pounds. I got my wisdom teeth out December on my left side, and I ended up losing 10 pounds. But I'm currently up 10 pounds, so it's pretty crazy. And this is the first time I'm actually doing a lean bulk, and I'm not eating the fast food, burgers, pizza, and gaining quick, fast weight. And I didn't have a whole lot of knowledge when I was doing the road to 200 pounds, and it's just more authentic to me, and it's just better because I'm doing something the right way rather than the wrong way, and understanding the difference between cleaner muscle versus dirtier muscle. It's cool, it feels more authentic, it's real. I'm not just shoving food in my mouth trying to gain weight, excess fat, sodium, empty carbs, just stuff that's gonna make me have brain fog, long-term inflammation, and ultimately just feel like shit at the end of the day. So I'm doing the rice, jasmine rice, sweet potatoes, eggs, ground beef, chicken, salmon, steaks, sirloin steak specifically, protein shakes, oats, egg whites, fruits, vegetables. So I'm doing everything this way, and I'm gaining weight, which is cool, but I'm also eating 4,300 calories a day. And I watched a video, and I seen a picture today of Gary Vee. He posted something about consistency isn't all cups full. It was 7 cups full, and it was perfectly full, all 7 of them. But it was consistency. It was this one's half full, this one's full, this one's a little fuller than half full. And then it was just super cool because yesterday night I wasn't able to hit my 4,300 calories, but I hit 4,100 calories. So I was 200 calories off. It was already 9 o'clock. I wanted to go to bed 10 o'clock ish. It was 10:30. I just finished my last protein shake, and I pretty much had to eat 63 grams of carbs to hit my macros. I was 10 grams over my fats, which is okay. I'm trying to gain weight, but it's not something we need to stay consistent with and just try to hit that 90 grams. So I've been doing that. I'm off of work right now. I was doing the Mammoth job for 9 months last year. Before that, I was working in Lake Isabella, doing traffic control. Before that, I was working at the solar project. And then before that, I was working with this company called DOD. And then before that, I was doing the oil fields, and that was years already down the line. So I mean, my message now is very different, and I've made this community called the Worksite, and it's super cool because I think it could really help, young construction workers, especially guys getting into trades early. Um, it's pretty much called the Worksite community on a school app, and what it is it's just fundamentals of training, mindset training, and nutrition, like everything that I kind of messed up going into um, the physical demanding work life job, construction blue collar. Like my interview was literally, do you know how to um, it was like what was it, they said, are you willing to travel, do you have a girlfriend, and something else, and it was like, yeah, but no one actually tells you like how to like properly feed your body as a construction worker, like not even working out. Like there's so much studies on athletes and stuff like that, but if you think about it, like we're working physically demanding jobs every single fucking day, and it's very hard, not just physically but mentally straining us and our bodies. So it's super cool that like I've kind of like opened up a little bit and realized like, hey, I could really help people because I was that kid that drank on the job between concrete trucks, smoked weed every minute I got, do drugs on the weekend, party every weekend, and spend money degenerately. And I'm 23 years old and I've made a good amount of money, like they said I was going to. That was the thing they said. You're gonna make good money. Do you have a girlfriend and are you willing to travel? And I got my ass in the union. Okay, but that wasn't just everything that I was gonna get. There was also like the mental side of it and all that kind of stuff. So it's cool now that I kind of get to step back and realize like, hey, I was the fast food kid. I was, putting everything bad in my body. I was coping. I was having bad relationships. I was doing all these negative things essentially. But it got me here today to realize that I want to make a community for young people getting in the trades, the younger generation, even, earlier generation or later generation, people that feel stuck, feel like they have no purpose. And what helped me find purpose was the shittiest thing ever, but it was getting into a 5-year relationship, feeling lost, confused, eating those shitty foods and feeling fatigued, and then having a turning point and realizing like, oh, okay, I gotta surround myself in a new environment. And that's when I moved back with my mom after 11 years of not living with her. Um, there was just also like when I moved back here with my mom, there was all like more better sources of food. Like she had a basic understanding of like protein, carbs, and fats, and I was still eating like Wiener Schnitzel and gas food station food and just anything that really would just that I would eat. Like I was still packing my lunch like a high school student or an elementary student, and um, it honestly took me a while, to still like I was still the skinny guy, and when I would do the road to 200 pounds, I was just chasing the scale and chasing like fatty foods, and I didn't even know. But recently, in the last like 5 months, I had gotten a coach. 4.5 months, I got a coach, and he really helped me out and just gave me more structure. And I really think if people have structure in the trades with, their body. Because at the end of the day, our body is our paycheck and it is our number one asset. And as much as I always worked out, I never really truly took care of myself. So I genuinely think the worksite community can help people not feel as lost. You do need to work on yourself because I know what it's like to work for a boss and to feel just like ran by the job and like live off their hours and live off of their time. And as shitty as that can feel, like you're gonna think like, where's my time? When do I get to do my own things? And I've felt every single piece of rock bottom when it comes to the construction industry or the blue collar, working physically demanding jobs. And I've really kind of just understood that this book, taking care of me, eating healthy, going to the gym, making content for other people that can relate to me, where I can relate to them, it's life changing. And that's why I do what I do, is because I was that piece of shit construction worker once upon a time. And by any means, I'm not perfect still, but I'm still like understanding like, hey, this is something that, not just I went through, but hundreds of people probably go through every day. So today, I'm going to put the bullshit aside. I've been scrolling on my phone, waking up, and really just looking at my phone as soon as I wake up. But I'm really going to have to make a routine as I go through my days when I'm not working. I'm in the union. I'm super grateful for being in the union. It takes care of my family. I live here with my family, and um, I love it. You know what I mean? As much as I don't want to work with my body, it's what I signed up for, and I'm not going to complain about it like I used to in the past. But um, I'm not working at the moment. The union, when you're in the union, you don't get vacation time or vacation pay or something. No, you don't get like PTO or vacation pay or something. Whatever. I think PTO is like sick pay. You don't get vacation time, so I don't have to put in an X amount of hours to give it like a week off paid vacation. What I do is, depending on how much I work, is how much vacation pay I get in June and in December. So since I'm not working at the moment, what we normally do as union workers is go on unemployment, because that's our money that we've put into the system that we get to get. Sometimes it can be frustrating getting your money from them. It takes time, but it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. So not working right now, I'm kind of like in a position where I'm able to, my finances are okay, and I could, live for the next couple months, and I don't have to depend on somebody to pay me like another man. So what I like to do in these times, and instead of feeling lost and confused, is that I have to go to this. I have to start something. I have to read the Bible. I have to read the book. I have to work out. I have to track my meals. I have to go train. I have to post content. I have to do things that Kyle normally wouldn't do. And this is my second time being in this phase where I'm like doing the content, I'm not working, and I'm really focusing on myself. Go to my doctor's appointment. I just went to the dermatologist. I went to the eye doctor. I went and got my wisdom teeth taken out. So I'm like truly taking care of myself. And when you're working and you're doing all these jobs and you're far away from home, like 4 hours away, commuting every weekend just to go party and spending money at the mall, haircuts, whatever, just random shit, girls, buying them stuff, buying your friends stuff, like you end up losing every single dollar you had. Like I made $100,000 last year and I don't have any of it. So enough talking. That's just a quick update. It's the second month into the year. I just kind of like started making this program, and I'm still kind of confused about it. Like I'm getting like kind of lost at the same time. Like I have it, but people aren't like tapping into it. It's like, is it good enough? It's free. But yeah. So we're gonna read. I think I got 30 minutes till I eat, so that shouldn't be too much. I already read a few of it, but it's on the Bible app. I think my sister sent it to me. So pretty much I'm gonna read chapters 1 through 3 of the Bible, and then I'm gonna recap with this Bible app. So every day I have to do this. I think this is gonna be something good for me. I have all the time in the world, so there shouldn't be any reason why I'm not doing anything. It's gonna go back to laziness. Why am I doing it? And being distracted. So I forgot to log my breakfast this morning, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Potatoes, I ate this morning. I ate a lot of those today. I'm already hungry, bro. 626 grams of potatoes. Eggs, 214 grams of eggs this morning. Egg whites, 126 grams. My breakfast this morning was like right about almost 1,000 calories. Right now we're gonna do jasmine rice, more 229. We're gonna do grilled chicken breast, 6 ounces of that. 3 equals 152. So turn the cap thing. We're gonna go 152. 170, 160, 155. 155. Bless this food in my body. Thank you. Amen. Alright guys, so I'm in... No, but I am eating my third meal. This is going to be cream of rice. I'm going to add peanut butter, and I added whey protein, isolate protein, honey. Macros are probably... Oh, hold on, let me restart this. Third meal, I added Dream. The brand's called Dream, but it's rice milk, cream of rice, isolate, peanut butter protein, peanut butter, honey. This is roughly like 800 calories. This is my pre-workout meal. Been effing this shit up lately. So that means we're getting closer to going to the gym. Pretty much every day just contains of eating all the time. I gotta show you guys that it's difficult to eat every day, especially as a skinny guy. Probably think you're eating more. But this is what it's actually like to eat 4,300 calories every single day. Not even calculating anything. 28 grams of this, 39, 33, 28. I used to fast all the time before I went to the gym. When I'd go to work, I'd wake up at like 4 o'clock, be in the gym by 5, be at the job site by like, oh, actually, I took that back. Be at the gym at 4 o'clock, get home, or just change from there, and then go to work. But I hated working out fasted and then having to go to work by my last break, especially if I was working 10 hours a day. I'd be fucking taking a nap because I'd be out of food and I didn't pack a proper lunch for the input I was putting in at work. So now we're gonna sit here and eat. All right, guys. So I'm pretty much just got ready to go to the gym. Ate my cream of rice and just kind of cleaned up. I got my Scary Hour pre-workout. It's pretty fucking high in stem. I don't think it's FDA approved. I just take half a scoop and it does pretty fucking good for me. It taps into my brain receptors like a mofo. So I'm in the garage right now actually just kind of scoping out the bike. This is my 2023 Harley Davidson. If you guys don't remember or aren't familiar, I did buy one back in December after I left Mammoth and that project, that Limelight job. So that was my little purchase out the door after paying off my 2021 Toyota Corolla that I crashed. But now it's officially mine, and it's the only thing that I technically own at 23 years old. So we are grinding. We are slowly rolling with trying to build assets and not pretty much buying as much liabilities and being less degenerate with my money. But I'm going to do a little cold start with the bike, and then we're going to hop on that motherfucker and take off. So we're going to Elevate, which is like a commercial influencer gym kind of thing. Super good. It's like the best gym I've been so far in Bakersfield, and it's the closest besides Collective. That's the one that I did the road to 200 pounds, and the first gym I came to whenever I moved from Taft to Bakersfield. So, Scary Hour. Letting my stomach kind of just digest from all the food I've eaten. I'm already around like in the 2,000 ranges of calories, and I've only had 3 meals today. So, kind of let my stomach kind of just settle in, probably take a few dumps or a dump or two, hit the road, and then I don't get a whole lot of clips of me riding my bike, just because. Wait, did I format that video? Hopefully I didn't format the fucking video of me reading. I get a lot of videos of I can't really get a whole lot of videos of me riding my bike, just because I'm riding and I don't have a GoPro or anything like that. I did lose my GoPro like a long time ago, like 10 years ago almost, which is like way out of the fucking date. So yeah. Tell you guys, but I did go on a not a big ride, but I went to this town called Kernville. There was like this little event called Whiskey Flats. It's kind of like an old Dorado and Taft. If you don't know what any of those are, you probably aren't from the area. But pretty much I took my bike out, and it was a super scenery look through the canyon over here, and it was such a good ride. I haven't ridden my bike since then. I took it all last weekend. It's Tuesday today, and I was just kind of at the festival thing and took my bike. But dude, this thing is fucking. The all black is just sick on this thing, dude. I fucking love it. Being 23 years old, like I can't afford a supercar. There's no way I can afford a supercar. Something that goes fast. I probably could get like a Camaro or something like my brother or something. But I did get a Corolla. But this is like my only fast thing that I own, and I fucking love this thing. So I'm gonna pound my pre-workout right now. Probably take a piss or a shit, like I said, and then kind of get everything to go because normally I don't vlog at the gym, but we are today. So let's get it. I really hope it doesn't rain again because I just rode my bike here, but we're doing an incline bench press machine. We show off the workout, 164 pounds in the morning, so we're gaining weight, feeling maybe a little stronger, like a rep or two stronger. There you go, right here. Not nobody too crazy. Just a young 23-year-old construction worker that goes to the gym and tries to take care of his body. That's all I am. And I do content here on the side, you know what I'm saying. All right, guys, so we're gonna be doing a chest press, seated chest press machine. There's another one right across the street from me. I've only used this one. I actually like these. These are actually very good actually, and I've always slept on these. I feel like this is what's building my chest like the most, even though the incline's like kind of like pretty decent. It's always that upper chest. But this one's like my favorite, especially if you use like the closer grip, like this instead of out, like this. Pretty powerful, I'd say. Um, so lately I've been doing like I've talked about the school community and like the construction and kind of giving guys more structure like in like the realm of working out and stuff like that, because you'd be surprised like the amount of DMs I get that say, Kyle, be humble, because you know people can live whatever lifestyle they want, but the amount of people that actually do DM me and tell me that they've done this, you know, they're coping with alcohol or drugs and like the very negative stuff, there's a lot of people out there like that. And there's actually more people that hit me up and DM me and that join my community because maybe they've lived like a difficult life in the trades. Especially people coming into the trades that are like straight out of high school, they're confused, they don't know exactly what they're doing. You know, they get sent to a job and they're fucking working out of town and people think they've been in the trades for a while. Like this is what my community at Built is for. It's for people that are like, you know, in the trades. You know, we all want to be a journeyman and make top dollar and travel for work and ultimately like grow and build a family. But there's also like a very negative impact there could be on your mental health. And that's why I'm here to, because I've kind of overcome it. I've seen patterns in my life and I've recognized that I don't want to live that kind of life. And that's just my preference. And there's a lot of people that feel trapped and stuck in that position like I was once upon a time. That's why I push my message. That's why I make content. And that's why I built the Worksite community for young individuals that work in the trades, blue collar, construction, and that want to do better for their life and have a starting point. It's hard to do something and change when you don't know where to start. Start with yourself. Start with self-development. Start with building your body. Start with building your body, your mind, habits, and consistent. Consistent isn't going to be perfect. It's just showing up every day when it sucks, when it hurts, when you don't want to do it, when you don't feel good. It's not perfect consistency. It's just being consistent, I'd say.
like really going too heavy if I can't control it. Doesn't feel as good if it's like a little lighter weight, and I do get those like extra 3 reps that are like 8 to 10, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's when it's like fucking, I'm hella feeling it really. But everything before that, it's like I'm working my way up to feel those like 3 reps that actually feel like I'm building muscle, if that makes sense, or just really tearing down my muscle. The cables, it's like a cable fly machine. So I gotta do the seated pec deck machine because I was gonna do like upper chest focus, low to high raise, but like I said, some kids are on it right now. I'm a kid, but I mean, some dudes are on it, and I don't want to wait and lose my chest pump. I could have like alternated to front delts a little bit because I'm gonna focus on some front delts. But we are gonna be doing this, and I haven't done a pec deck fly machine in a little bit just because I've been kind of staying on plan with the plan that I have that my coach, no longer my coach anymore just because I'm not paying him anymore, but the workouts that he gave me and kind of just switching it up. And now we're kind of just taking it in my hands now. So no worries though. So listen to some, oh, this is a good song. I'm listening to some music. I used to be a rapper, guys. It's kind of funny. Like, I mean, like a underground rapper, not like mainstream or anything, but it's like some music I used to make. It's kind of funny. I was just posting a Instagram picture actually. I'm actually gaining a lot more weight and it's super cool. I stopped kind of filming, like talking while I was doing like my tricep. No, sorry. I stopped filming whenever I was doing like the biceps and stuff like that just because I was just trying to get my workout in and ultimately just get in and get out. But I tagged like my old coach and dude, I'm up like 10 pounds since January because I got my wisdom teeth extracted, and then from there I pretty much lost 10 pounds because I was taking like antibiotics, prednisone steroids, and I forget exactly what else it was, but that helped. That caused me to lose like a lot of weight, and now I'm like on a roll with like 4,300 calories. And since I've been consuming 4,300 calories, it's like my ticket to gaining weight. My body needs so much food, and it's insane. And I mean, it's not that hard after I'm doing it consistently and trying to hit that 4,000 range, and it just gets a little easier every day. I'm not working at the moment, like I've explained, guys, but these are the times when you lock in like super fucking hard and you take it like all of your advantage. You know, whenever you're not working in the fields and you're a construction worker, your blue collar, or your manual labor, you take advantage of like the gym, rest, eat, sleep, protein, carbs, and fats, dude. So this picture looks pretty. I'm gaining hella weight, dude. That shit looks crazy as fuck. But I'm gonna hop back on the Harley, get home safe, and then I did a little bit of posing, but I got like more of an Instagram picture, and it was cooler than like the posing. So we're gonna go home and pretty much watch YouTube videos, hopefully knowledge and not like doom scroll. Like one of my biggest challenges right now is kind of just like being on my phone, doom scrolling, and then not doom scrolling, but like just looking at stuff and then being distracted, laziness, and procrastination. That's like the biggest thing. But I need to like, you know, tap in with the guys in the school community and make sure they're trying to at least watch the modules that I've given them, everything from nutrition to workouts to mindset, because it is very critical. You got to have a strong mindset to like go to work and then like also eat your food and fucking train. So it's not easy, but it gets easier as you stay consistent. Consistency isn't perfect. There's no such perfect, I don't think. It's just reps and consistency. So I'm gonna jam some music, hit the road. I'm gonna cook some steak when I get home, steak, rice, and vegetables, and then we'll walk in. Usually this is kind of around the time where, like, since I did take the pre-workout, I will feel like I crashed because I'm like exhausted, I'm drained. I literally just worked my fucking ass off and my body just went into shock mode and it probably thinks it died, but it didn't. So I gotta really stay focused, hydrate, and no doubts. Doubts are the worst thing. Doubts are the devil. Doubts are my fears. Doubts are traitors. Doubts are never going to make you uh, win in life. So, good good gym session. It takes me like almost for the end of the week to like realize like, oh, I go to the gym because I got a pump and I look decent and I know what I'm working towards. So like I just looked at myself right now and I'm like, holy shit, like I actually look, pretty good. And what I'm doing is working and I'm gaining weight and it's not like excess fat weight. So I'm excited. So let's get it. A few months ago when I was living in Mammoth, I was always going out on the weekends and going to the clubs and going to party. Just because I was living with a bunch of people that were doing that, like nothing towards them, you know what I mean? But I'm just the type of person to always really follow the crowd and do what my roommates or my coworkers are doing. So if they're like, oh, let's eat out, then like I'm always like eating out, or like I just always want to be there or something. So I was always going out on the weekends and partying, and it wasn't good for me. And I got really skinny, and that led to doing bad habits, drinking alcohol, etc. Now, we've gained a lot of weight since then. I'm not doing nearly as much cardio because I'm off of work, but I also wasn't eating this amount of food whenever I was going to work. Let me get this right here. It was I was eating probably a lot less. I was probably thinking I was eating a lot of food, but I really wasn't. That's why I like taking these times to really dial in myself, because I feel like it's really easy, like when you're working a lot of hours, it's really easy to fall off track. So it's like you've done it. Actually, I can't even say I've done it. Like I did the dirty bulk, but I never really done it. And this is the first time where I'm like actually doing it. I'm like eating the clean foods. I'm going to the gym. I'm doing it the right way. And normally I was doing it the wrong way, where I thought I was doing it the right way, and I was just doing just random shit. Never had a plan when I went in the gym, as much as I like always said I did, or I thought I did. I never truly had a plan. And now, like actually, when I got a coach back in November, it really opened my mind. Not opened it. It just made more sense. Like, okay, follow this, eat this much food, and then this is gonna happen. Stay consistent with it. Follow the plan, and then just keep executing it every day. And now that I have all the time in the world, it's like I have to do the plan, because I have no if, buts, or ands. Like I can't do. Like I went crazy at the beginning of the year because I was like so off plan. I couldn't even track my workouts at the gym. I still kind of bad with that, tracking my workouts at the gym. Got to get a little bit better at that. It's just sometimes it doesn't make sense to me, like especially when I'm doing lunges. Like I don't know how to like calculate like my feet. I just know how to do the sets. Like I don't know. And then like with I just know that I'm like I'm kind of in the same range where I'm at, just because I always remember every day. But I am getting bigger. Like I'm getting fuller, and that's what I'm essentially like. I want to get bigger. I'm doing like a lean bulk. I'm eating just steaks, ground beef. I talked about this earlier, chicken, and I'm just doing all this like the right way, if that makes sense. Not like the super fatty foods. My body likes fattier foods though. Like it helps it. We're doing a lot of lean stuff, and I think we started in the beginning of my program. I'm no longer having a coach no more, but I think I started like around like maybe 3,500 calories, but I think that was honestly my maintenance. And now I'm at 4,300, and that shit, I think that might have been a little lower. I'm not sure. As much as it's like hard every single day to like I'm so worried about like this external life, and sometimes it can be like really hard to like live in it, just because you see like the social media, you want to be here, you don't have the resources, you don't know what to do, you're so distracted, you're manipulated by the internet, you don't know exactly like who to trust, what to do, but you know where you want to go, and it can be really hard, because I'm like, fuck, what do I do? I'm obviously not ready for it. Like when I made this community, like it just clicked with me, and I was obviously ready to make the worksite community for like-minded individuals that do blue-collar construction work and work physically demanding jobs with their body, because I've been working with my body for the last 6 years. I didn't start working out till almost 3 years ago. And now that I'm like realizing like, hey, I would stay up almost, all night and party, drink alcohol, do drugs, smoke weed, vape, have terrible relationships and spend money degenerately, drive drunk, think about just me and not, who truly cared for me. I was just always on the go trying to do the next thing to keep my mind occupied. This was even before I was doing like social media when I came back into this realm and started doing it as an adult. Um, I was always just like super frustrated and I thought I deserved something maybe. And I like necessarily don't deserve anything. I just know that I moved out at fucking 14 years old away from my mom. I barely moved with her what, year and a half, 2 years ago, after 11 years of not living with her. A lot of people don't leave their mom with a single family, she took care of 4 of us, and do that. So I moved in with my friend, and, I thought it was normal, but now that I'm, like, looking back, and I'm realizing, like, hey, that's not normal to, like, move out, and, it's nothing bad, like, I was well taken care of, but I really made, as much as I was scared to make bad decisions, I did, but, like, I did it, like, where I wouldn't get too much in trouble, like, at school or outside of school. But very, very, not thinking, just a very blah person, and probably just hated myself. I don't even remember really. It's hard for me to remember vividly like how I was. But I know that like I wasn't eating clean. I was eating whatever. I was doing the construction stuff still. I was an apprentice at the time. I was working. I was drinking after work. I was being an asshole. Like I said, relationships were terrible. And I genuinely had to change. Like if I did, and I'm still changing, and I don't know exactly like, when I'm like gonna be like the guy I want to be. If that makes sense. And I don't know if I'm doing like the right things to be the guy that I want to be, or I'm thinking again that I'm thinking. Like I heard something like 90 something percent people think or something, and people would rather die than think, and there's actually like only a small percent of people in the world that actually do think with their brain. And it's like I'm kind of like I don't know, like I don't even know what my generation is turning into. I just like making videos. I try to explain my story as much as possible. I go through hardships every day, like reading. You guys heard me read. I could barely stinking read. That was a big thing like growing up. Was school was super hard for me. My buddy's mom taught me how to read like in the 6th grade, and it's just like these like self-limiting beliefs that I like kind of go through my head, but I know that I'm like worthy enough. Like the school community, like trying to help other people is like actually like it's cool to me. Like I think this is cool. This is a great idea because like these people that I'm attracting on the internet are like myself, or they're construction workers, or young guys. They're trying to get in shape, or they want to get in shape, but they don't know how to start. Like I didn't know where to start. I'm trying to be as humble as possible, but like I genuinely didn't know where to start, and it took me almost 3 years of working out. Finally getting a coach after the first 2 years of working out, because I knew if I was to keep doing the same things that I necessarily wasn't going to get to where I wanted to be, and I'm still not where I want to be. So there's obviously things out there spending a bunch of money on mentors and stuff like that, but not really executing what I'm supposed to be doing. And sometimes it can be scary because I'm 23 years old, and I don't want to be like a bum at 25. I do work in the union, I do work construction, but I don't necessarily want to work my body the rest of my life, and that's okay. In the beginning, when I was in school, I had little critical thinking, so I wasn't trying to go to college or any of that stuff. I thought social media was like never gonna happen ever again, but like this is what I like to do, and I know it's hard. I was just telling my little brother like this is honestly it's hard. It's just hard to like working your full-time job, because it's almost like you're doing a full-time gig. And I do make my YouTube videos here once in a while, but I'm like constantly trying to think of like video ideas, and yeah, dude, it's pretty crazy. Gotta keep our head up, you know what I mean? That's why I like grabbed the Bible today, because I'm like, I know I need to do this. I know I need to read something. Like if I'm gonna get any wisdom, I'm gonna get it from the Bible. As much as I'm terrible at reading, as much as I, think that I'm thinking I'm reading, like I know people could say, like even it runs to the back of my mind, like you can just read the Bible, but it doesn't mean anything if you just read it. Like at least I'm like trying, I think, like trying to read it, and even though it's hard, I don't know certain names, I don't know how to pronounce certain things. Like, I think I'm gonna start doing like the audiobook and just kind of follow it. I don't have my glasses at the moment; they should be coming in, but I do need something to give me more wisdom and be more humble, maybe, and feel more wise as a person, especially if I want to be like a leader on the social media space. Like, I want to be able to answer questions through like, you know, uh, the Bible, not necessarily like tell them like this is what the Bible, like I don't, maybe I need to reframe that different, but like just show them like this is what I read, and like, you know, like just have faith, you know, and I really need to get closer to that. And as much as like I can just read it and not feel it, like, or I do feel it, like it's better, it's one step, you know what I mean? At least I'm taking one step, and as much as I, you know, share it with you guys and document it, like it keeps me more accountable, and I tell myself these things. I am in love with, you know, the building aspect of it. I just don't know where it's going, and how to keep proceeding in this whatever I'm trying to do, like build my community, build my personal brand, my social media. Like, I just have to keep trying, you know, I'm with it, because I've been doing like the short form content for the last like 2 years, and I'm glad that it's taking this long, and I'm glad it's taking like motivational videos, um, you know, cooking videos, or not really cooking videos, just like motivational gym, construction, and I really found that like people are they can relate with construction, and that's why I do that. That's where I see the most success, is with the construction videos, the construction talk, all that stuff. And then what helped me get out of my position was the gym. You know what I mean? Like, maybe one day I could potentially help young construction workers that are lost, like I was, have a path, because they don't teach you, you know, a path, or like what to expect. They literally told me in my union, I told you guys this earlier today, like whenever, I mean, no shame to them, no shame to the coordinator, no shame to anything like that, but it was like an interview, and they're like, do you got a girlfriend? Literally, do you got a girlfriend? Nope. You willing to travel? Yep. What else was another question? I forget. That was like, I was like, are you serious? That's crazy. But like, they don't talk about like, oh yeah, you're gonna make a lot of money. They're like, all right, you guys are gonna make a lot of money, and like, yeah, you make a lot of money, but no one teaches you like the ins and the outs, like what it's like to go home and like try to train, or try to like eat a good nutrition, well balanced meal, or how to take care of yourself. And like, is it even possible to take care of yourself, because you're so beat to the ground? Like, it's not possible. Some people don't even think it's possible, but it is possible. You gotta really prioritize. Why am I doing this? Like, I took the picture of me on Instagram today, and I'm like, holy crap, I've gained this much weight. Like, it's working. You have to see a little bit of success, and to keep doing it. Like, it's super easy to do something for a short amount of time, and, you know, get tired of it, fall off routine. Like, I'm so happy and grateful that I went to the event this weekend, or last weekend, but I was still able to come home, and the next day I still hit my 4,100 calories. I'm supposed to be at 4,300 and some change, but I was still in the 4,000 range, which is higher than my maintenance. I think my maintenance is probably going to be around like the 35 to 3,800 range. And I'm just the type of person that need a lot of food, and I'm seeing a little bit of success with it. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It's hard, it's frustrating. I don't know exactly, like I said, exactly what I'm doing, but I'm making it happen, and I know that I got to go through these stages and go through these trial and errors and tribulations to get to the next step, and it's all a test. And I just have to keep focusing on this. The phone's a distraction, you know, the girl's a distraction, the money's a distraction, fast food, all the distractions, you know what I mean? And I just need to stay focused. As long as I'm home and I'm kind of like thinking, like I stay more focused and kind of going out sporadically, spending money here, and there. Like, if I'm home and I can always, you know, come to my meal, and I know that like it's doing something for me, then I always feel good. So these are looking pretty good. So I know it's a lot at one time, but it's just some true ass shit, guys. I'm like, okay, I'm not working right now, and I have a little bit of extra money that's gonna keep me like, you know, survival mode and alive. So, oh snap. So if I'm good financially at the moment, and my bills can be paid for the next couple months, and I'm not spending money sporadically and making my life more expensive,
there's no reason why I shouldn't be, reading a book, feeling more calm, having less stress, and just focusing on the social media and helping people out with, the community and building a community of like-minded construction workers. Like, there shouldn't be no reason why I don't do this. But say, for example, I was, not working. It's gonna go. I remember making a YouTube video. It's like, guys, everything's gonna change. It reminds me of like, that's crazy that I'm thinking about this, because it literally reminds me of like when I was vlogging as a kid. And I'm like, guys, everything's gonna change. I'm going to school. It's like, I'm going to work. That's so crazy that I'm thinking about that. But I literally remember making a vlog. You guys can scroll down. I'm like, this has to change or something like that. And I'm a little kid. I was vlogging all summer. I had no reason why I couldn't vlog every day, and I was posting videos. But as soon as school hit, I stopped making these vlogs. I stopped doing these things. Yeah, I did that. I didn't have a job in high school quite yet at that time, but I was working at my high school. All right, so this is gonna be meal 4. It's pretty much the same thing every day. So I'm gonna type in the macros on my app right now, but it's veggies, rice, and I'm doing a petite sirloin steak right now with some alkaline water. Enough talking, but I gotta fucking eat, guys, because 505 milliliters of this rice milk. If you're a skinny guy, like, I'm trying to give you the most value possible, but this combination of a protein shake will really, really help you. We're gonna do 90 grams of Simply, I think these are Quick Oats. It's this easy, guys. You literally can scan it, boom, it pops up on the app. So far with the milk in this is about 700 calories, which is insane. 28 grams of peanut butter, 32. 29 is okay. We're gonna do 18 grams of honey. Add our protein powder, which I don't really weigh it on the scale because this measuring cup is pretty good. Actually we gotta do a banana too. That's 142 grams of banana. So this is coming out to a total of 1,178 calories, 48 grams of protein, 188 grams of carbs, and 30 grams of fat. Now I'm gonna continue doing my bull crap on the internet, trying to figure out how I'm gonna make a perfect program like I always think, go through content ideas and think of what I can do better, and try not to get distracted, try to push the needle forward, try to figure out, pretty much, I need to find out if I'm going to eat this much or Evolution Nutrition, and those are also different sources. But like, my problem is that like, I don't want to buy I don't want to have a subscription for something if I don't have any clients. So like, I need to learn how to use the software essentially, but I also need to learn how to like DM set better and get on a call and like really close people as well. So that's like a big limiting belief that I have. Like, I feel like I can't sell anything on the internet just because I've never sold anything in life. And that, just work on back-end systems, and then probably start editing up this YouTube video. And then, yeah, so skinny guys trying to gain weight, I mean, this is a good way to, start. You need a stepping stone. At 251 grams of jasmine rice, and that's what we're gonna eat. And that's gonna put us around a little over 4,300 calories for the day. It's working, staying consistent, do what we gotta do, get gains, just pick them up off the floor, chocolate peanut butter, and here we go, just rice. Also, thank you guys for watching this video, I appreciate it. If you're a skinny dude trying to gain weight, you do have to eat a fucking lot of food, trust me, I do it every fucking day. So, yeah, you're probably eating less than you think. Check your calories, get a scale, MyFitnessPal, check your food, see how much you're actually eating. If it's fast food, you're probably eating a lot more fats than you realize, and your carbs are super high, and your proteins are probably like fucking 60 grams. So, never know. Try it out. Hope this video helped. We'll stay tuned. We're staying consistent with this lean bulk, and we're doing it right this time. So, road to 175, I think, ish. We'll just keep pushing, and then we'll probably maintain a little bit somewhere till we hit a plateau. But right now, my body's liking it. We're fucking fueling up. Tomorrow's legs, and yep. Thank you guys.